Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make some custom car parts for your car, in this case brake ducting, with nothing but your phone, a 3D printer, and some CAD software. It's going to go in the wheel well though. Can you actually see in the wheel well? So now that we have the wheel off, we're going to actually inspect the car. We previously had this hose in the car, so this car already had brake ducting. But the wheel rubs into our ducting a little bit, and you can see there's holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make two hard lines. One to avoid the wheel from rubbing, and then one to actually make a more plug-and-play version for the front bumper we have. Good. Now that I have the old hose out, I need to cut the entire fog light area out. That way, all the guys that run fog lights in their car can also use this brake duct, and we're making something a little more universal. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Dremel and basically cut around that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna scan with my ScandyPro app, which is right here. You can see this. And we're gonna basically scan with the Face ID camera, which you can see, ooh, camera. So we're gonna go ahead and start scanning the right side of the car, because the left side has the intake, and I only need to scan one side.
So once the scan is done, Scandy allows for a couple of very simple features to help prep this for exporting. One of them is auto clean, which will remove any background objects such as my face from the scan. Once that's good, I'm going to inspect and make sure all my critical mounting points and stuff I care about is in the scan. Once the file is good, I can export it as an STL. I'm going to name it, and this can be imported into our CAD profile, which is going to be Fusion 360.
This is our phone scan imported into Fusion 360. So you can see that it's not that great of a scan, but it does have definitely enough data for us to do what we need to do and make our part. So first we're going to operate a couple of base assumptions. And the first one's going to be that this, and this are our three screw holes, and we're going to operate that they're parallel. And we're also going to make a reasonable assumption that that fog light circle is also parallel. And then we're going to take a look at the car and confirm. And now I'm going to make my reference planes. My reference planes being this, and that circle. So I'm going to go to construct and then do plane through 3 points. And I'm going to click on the points here, here, and here. And it's going to construct a plane for me. Same thing for the other 3 points. And that's our next plane. And I'm going to go ahead and offset plane this. I'm going to go ahead and construct another plane.
after 2 hours of modeling, this is where we're at. It's not the best thing I've done, but I want to make sure that this fits. It looks good. So now we're good to go ahead and try printing this. So let's go ahead. There we go. See if that worked. And now we're gonna open Cura. Sorry, why is it? There we go. Like this. That'll work. Slice it. Cool. Now I'm in my file. I'm gonna upload my file.
So now that I have these ducts done, I'm gonna show you guys how I have them installed. I already installed them because we actually had a race to do, but I'll kind of walk you guys through the whole process and kind of wrap this up for you guys. Let me just grab my light and kind of show you guys how it works. So in here, you can kind of see that this uses the 3 fog light holes that you remember. And these are just standard, you know, machine screws. There's a 3-inch coupler that goes into the brake rotor. So on this side, we do have to worry about the, what is this word? Crankshaft pulley. So what I've done is I've made this black bracket, this one right there, and zip tied the hose after flattening it so that under full lock, this wheel wouldn't hit. Just to give you an idea of how that looks on this side. This side is a little different because I don't have that pulley, but there is still this metal bracket that goes into the car and is zip tied out of the way. You can see that I've painted the brake duct hose white, just so if it does hit, I will know. And you can see on this end, I have it snaking through the intake because this is a K24 race car. But it works pretty well, and as far as the rear duct goes, it's literally just a it's not a full duct, so I mean there is a little bit of air bleeding, but what we've done is here, let's see, come on, we've hose clamped it to a piece of metal tube that has a tab welded to it, and this is welded to the back of the Willwood brake bracket. So all in all, it works pretty well. This is actually available for sale on the Epsilon Plus website if you want to buy this duct. But we'll end this video off with a little bit of on-track driving for this car. Brakes work great. They cool. They don't fade too badly. They fade a little bit at Laguna, so we might be able to optimize this a little bit more. But as far as brake ducts go, this works great. So this concludes this video. We actually have an endurance race to do this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to post a video on it. Hopefully we will. We got new tires, so if you see way over here, we got new rotors. We got to replace the rotors for consumables. We got new tires. We got 2 sets of tires for the track. And we're going to be making some canards for this car too. Maybe another video. So if you like this tutorial, let me know. This was cool to make because it definitely allows you to see what your phone can do instead of just a $30,000 Leo. But I mean, if you like this video, let me know. If you want other tutorials of other things we do around the shop or tools or whatever, let me know. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.